Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Courtney and today we are doing something very exciting, one of my favorite videos to film, and that is reorganizing my bookshelves. It's been, trying to think, it has been probably months since I reorganized my bookshelves the last time and kind of came up with what we have going on now. I think the last time I organized these, my main priorities were to put books of like the same height on the same shelves, as well as obviously trying to keep, you know, series and authors together, and also having them all lined up like normal, like this, and having very minimal like vertical stacks. So I kind of want to, I think, keep it along a similar vein as far as organization strategy. But the reason that I feel the need to do this today is I think I counted like 14 books between my TBR shelf here and this pile that I briefly showed in the intro clip that need to be put up, but I am like completely out of room on my shelves, especially my fantasy shelf. It's like, is packed wall to wall. So we need to figure something out and kind of we've got to scooch things around to make these other books fit and make sure there's room for more books, right? So that's the plan for today. My little like external mic little guy is currently charging. I don't know when that will be done charging, and it also looks like my camera needs to charge, so that's lovely, because I wanted to like get started. But I think the first thing that I need to do is I'm going to put this TBR shelf that's here at the bottom, and we're going to be gaining this entire shelf back because we're going to be putting all of these books on the TBR cart. I think I should have enough room now that, like I said, like that whole top shelf is pretty much ready to be put back. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that first. Maybe I'll do that off camera while I like charge things, and then when we come back, I am going to start taking all the stuff, all of the books off the shelves, probably put them in the living room because last time I had them all on the floor in here, it got really overwhelming and confusing. So I'm gonna probably have books just like everywhere. It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then, I don't know, I think like the main thing that I want to do is shift basically this. So we're gonna be getting rid of this bottom shelf, right? Which means we're gaining a whole shelf. So I think we wanna shift everything down one, just kind of move everything down one, but also spread it out a bit to create a little bit more room. For example, this shelf is completely full, but I have two more Zodiac Academy books to fit in here. So we need to, again, kind of spread things out, make some more rooms. We're gonna shift everything down, and then some of the books from the fantasy shelf are going to have to move over to, again, just wiggle things and make room. So enough chit-chatting, time to get doing. But like I said, I should probably charge my camera first, which is annoying. I still have yet to buy a second camera battery so that this doesn't keep happening. Will I do it? Only time will tell. Anyway, I am going to go do that, and we will be back for the exciting stuff. Testing. After much fiddling around with this external mic here, I think I finally got it to work. I finally got it doing something. So I'm just testing this out before we get started on the bookshelves. Okay, hopefully, can you even see me? I don't even know. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. I have tentatively finished the shelves. I don't know if this is exactly how they're going to be staying. I don't quite love them yet. Sometimes it takes me a little while to like love them after I've redone them, but we're gonna go through every shelf. I'm not gonna show you really the top shelf because it stayed the exact same. It's still just the Harry Potter books. And then we have moved the Throne of Glass shelf to this one right here so that it's mostly like fantasy staying together. I have not put like the little trinkets back on the shelf yet because I'm like dying. I'm sweating over here. But yeah, so we have the Throne of Glass paperbacks and special editions. And then on this next shelf here, we have a mixture of YA fantasy, indie fantasy, just like regular fantasy. So we have like, this is called the Three Dark Crowns series, which I love, by the way. We have Rhapsodic, we have Phantasma and Enchantra. We have the Blood and Steel series, as well as her series that comes after that starts with Iron and Embers. I did them like this so that there would be room because 2 of this series comes out this month. Heavenly Bodies, When the Moon Hatched, we have the Dawn of Onyx. Actually, it's called the Sacred Stones trilogy. Sword of Kaigen, Bridge Kingdom, Ninth House, Metal Singer. That's a little bit of room for growth. And then moving down, can you see down there? Okay, so moving on to this shelf, we have most of my like smaller YA hardcovers, as well as just, you know, some fantasy. It's hard to keep it all in the same genre, but we have the Belladonna trilogy over here. We have Lightlark and Nightbane. We have the Heartless Hunter duet here. We have Reckless, A Study in Drowning, both of my special editions. We have my Olivia Blake books here, Masters of Death, One for My Enemy, Dance of Thieves, Graceling, The Shepherd King duology, Once Upon a Broken Heart, Cinder, with a little bit of room here for the second book, Gallant, Powerless and Powerful. I had to kind of split these up because it didn't fit. Down on this second to last shelf, we have The Divine Rivals duology. We have A Curse for True Love, The Ballad of Never After, This Dark Descent, Our Deadly Designs, The Sun and the Void, A Tempest of Tea, Shield of Sparrows, A Kiss of Iron, all my Fourth Wing series books. We have Fire in the Sky, The Night and the Moth, Starling House, A Fate Inked in Blood, and then my 2 Elise Kova special editions, A Deal with the Elf King, A Dance with the Fey Prince. So this is pretty much all of my hardbacks, like my big hardbacks. And then on this very bottom shelf, hello, can you see? Let me move you back. I have to pretty much lay on the ground here. But down here we have my random little sci-fi. This is like the only sci-fi I have. So we have the beginning of the Expanse series, books 1 through 3. We have Reign of Shadows and Endings, aka the Legacy series, books 1 through 3. The Ever King series, books 1 through 3. Quicksilver, we have the complete Daughter of No Worlds trilogy. We have The Serpent That Wings of Night, Six Scorched Roses, Ashes and the Starker's King, and then a special edition of Serpent and the Wings of Night, with room for my other 2 special editions that are coming soon. Sorry for the angle, hopefully you can see this, but we have up here is more of like a cozy fantasy, cozy mystery shelf. So we have the Veronica Speedwell series. I only have like 5 of the books. They're not even all in order. I don't even know, don't ask me. And then we have Legends and Lattes, The House in the Cerulean Sea, Forged by Magic, Half a Soul, Honey Witch, A Natural History of Dragons. These are not cozy. These are just my Brandon Sanderson books that happen to fit here. We have the Mistborn series. We have one of my favorite cozy fantasies ever, The Spell Shop. And then another one of my favorite cozy fantasies is the Emily Wilde series. And then I also stuck Ruby Dixon's Bull Moon Rising up here because it also kind of falls in the vein of like cozy fantasy. Moving on to this next shelf down, we have my Lucy Score books. We have my Laura Nashers. We have the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, a little random space that I'm going to stick something in. And then we have all of my Allie Hazelwoods. One of my Abby Jimenez books is here. All of my Emily Henrys. Oh good, you can still see the shelf. Okay. And then I moved my Elsie Silver Shrine from like my tiny shelves over here to the main shelf because I have so many Elsie Silvers, like, and I have 2 on my TBR cart. I have so many now that they don't all fit over there. So we did move my Elsie Silver Shrine, which works out perfectly because I can put my other cowboy romances here. So I've got my Lila Sages right next to all my Elsie Silver series. We have my Sparrow Falls books 1 and 2. I will be probably getting this entire series eventually, so I will have to reconfigure this yet again. But for now, those are here. I wanted to put Small Town with cowboy romances. It just makes sense in my brain. And then we have my Hannah Bonham Young books. We have Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. We have The Love of My Afterlife, Unwanted, all my Lana Ferguson books. We have First Time Caller. We have My Roommate is a Vampire books. And then moving on to this shelf, we have a couple of my special edition hardcovers. So we have Summer in the City by Alex Astor, The Spanish Love Deception. Moving on to other paperbacks. Till Summer Do Us Part. We have my Funny Demon Valentine by Aurora Asher. We have another Abby Jimenez book just for the summer. The 7-Year Slip, Georgie All Along, Left of Forever and Savor, A Novel Love Story, The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie, One Golden Summer. My favorite one, or no, my favorite half nightstand. We have Icebreaker, Wildfire, and Daydream, Love in Other Words. We have the Windy City series, books 2 through 4. I don't feel the need to have Mile High on my shelves. Then we have You Again by Kate Goldbeck. We have You with a View and The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. We have Truly Madly Deeply. We have my When in Rome books here. We have Whiskey Business and Normal People by Sally Roon. Moving on to the second to last shelf, we do have more of like, I had to randomly throw some fantasy in here. I quite honestly ran out of room. Anyway, we have my Tessa Hale books here, the Dragons of Ember Hollow series, as well as her newest series here, book 1, Crescent Kingdom. And then I did throw my Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab right here because, like I said, it just ran out of room. I thought that the spines all kind of go together on this shelf, so it works out. We then have my Deadly Education series, books 1 through 3. I think there might only be 3 books. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. And then we have all of my Zodiac Academy series. And then on the very bottom of this shelf, we have more of like my dark romance. I wouldn't even call these dark, paranormal. So we have my Sky Ridge series down here. We have my Penelope Douglas books. We have Broken Bonds, Hollow, Nocticadia, Dishonestly Yours, my Sophie Lark books, and then my Ice Planet Barbarian series with room to grow here because I know that Barnes keeps chugging these out with the new covers. So those are both of my big shelves. Moving on to my Skinny Billy here, I did end up moving my ACOTAR series up to this shelf. This shelf now has a lot more fantasy on it than it did before. Once again, I just feel like my plan that I had in mind didn't end up really working out, so we kind of have things a little bit all over. But we have my ACOTAR series on the top shelf, and then we have the entire Plated Prisoner series by, I don't remember. Anyway, Plated Prisoner series, and then can you see the next shelf? Yes, and then we have my Boys of Tommen series here. Must always be on the special shelf. Moving on down, my Crescent City books had to randomly go here. Again, ran out of room at the last second, so these are here for now. My Magnolia Parks books and just anything I have by Jessa Hastings is still on the special shelf. It just got moved down one shelf, so these are all still here. And then on the very bottom, which you can barely see, I threw my Jennifer L. Armentrout books here, not because they're my favorite by any means, but once again, because I ran out of room. So it is looking like I'm going to need new shelves at some point. Anyways, as I was saying, it is looking like I'm gonna need another shelf pretty soon, at least another Skinny Billy bookshelf, but we shall see. That'll just make it fun for us to be able to do another one of these bookshelf reorganization videos. I ended up obviously putting all of my TBR books on my TBR card. I didn't really show you that. I can show you now. Ta-da! All my TBR books are now properly on that shelf. That's not to say that I've read every single book that's on the main shelves, but I tried to keep like series and stuff together, or like books that I don't think I'm going to read anytime soon, they just stayed on the main shelves. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about these right now. I still need to put all of my decorations back on, which I'll do here in a moment. I don't know, maybe they'll grow on me. Maybe I'll move things around, but this is what we got going on for now. I mainly just needed to move things around for functionality purposes because I had a ton of red books on my TBR cart that I just couldn't figure out where to put on my actual shelves. So at least those books are now on the shelves. But yeah, I would love to know, what do you think of my bookshelves? Do you have a favorite shelf? I would love to know how you organize your bookshelves. And yeah, if you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why I'm saying the outro right now because I'm still gonna show you a little overview of the end result, so stay tuned.